There's some really impressive math here. Xavier's number one in the RPI. 5 out of the last 8 years, they've been to the Sweet 16. They've got the 4th best winning percentage at home in the last 5 years of any team in the country. They're 6th in rebound margin at plus 13, which is really significant because we've been a better rebounding team this year than last year, but still not been a strength for us. And they're 19th in scoring margin. They score 81, they give up 63. So there's some tremendously impressive numbers, and yet I think this is more about us than it is about them. They're a great team. Jay Billis has said they're a Final Four team. Chris Mack has done as good a job as any coach in America with this program. And it's because of their consistency. They play hard, they're physical, they run great stuff, they play a challenging schedule. And he has Xavier basketball is been pretty good. It's been good for a long time. It's been really good for a long time. And they do love their basketball in the Cincinnati area. I've always sort of talked about this. This is just my own hypothesis about where basketball is played best in this country. It's a pretty strong statement, but if you look at the southern belts of, as far as say Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and then you reach down into Kentucky and swing into the Carolinas and that area, if you put like that little circle around our country, that's where we got some of the best basketball, some of the best fans, some of the best coaching, and it encompasses a number of different leagues. But you put a circle around those dots, go as high as Columbus and Indianapolis and work your way south. It's just so many great programs, so many great players. It'd be interesting to see somebody, maybe get my SID Chuck Kalina to get on that and do a study of where the great teams come from. So anyways, this is a hotbed of basketball. I've played in the building before. It's the loudest building that our kids will play in. I'd say it's probably going to be the toughest environment that we'll play in all year. So it's just a great opportunity for our program to sort of see where we're at right now.
How are you guys health-wise with all those injuries?
I can tell you we didn't go hard yesterday. I can tell you we won't go hard today, and we won't go hard tomorrow. I just can't risk an injury, a further injury. I'd say that I don't know about TJ Lang. I'll know more today. I would anticipate he might be able to handle a walkthrough. I know he's been living with a trainer. I think Kareem will be okay. And I would expect him to be able to he's a little closer to being able to play than Taj. So I think we really won't know as much until we'll know a little bit more tomorrow.
What about New?
New's available. He's available.
Bruce, you said there in your opening statement that you feel like, as good as they are, this is more about you than them. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Can we handle the environment? Can we handle their size? Can we handle the fact they could dominate us on the boards? You look at the early stages of the Mercer game, and they were playing volleyball on the backboard for a couple of possessions, and they're not that big a team. It's not that Xavier's that big. The Blewett is an undersized four-man, but they all play big and long, and they're physical. So our guys have all got to step up in that regard. Keep this in mind. I find this to be interesting, watching Tyler Harris last year and watching him play 3 and 4 for Providence, but a lot of 3. And he's our biggest, most physical player, and he was a small forward for Providence last year. Very proud of the way Tyler has embraced the inside-outside role that he's carved out here, that point forward role, where we're able to put the ball in his hands in a lot of different places to make plays, but we try to get it to him on the inside. We ask him to guard inside and out, and it's a great position and it's a great spot for him, but he's embraced it. And he's been willing to do some of the dirty work on the inside that he hadn't done a lot of in his career. I think it's great for his own personal development, but it's been a real, it's been a blessing for us.
With Taj being in now the lineup and Lang also, are you happy with where you guys are chemistry-wise through 7 games, or do you feel like you're not anywhere where you need to be?
I mean, their chemistry is good because the kids get along and they're
Yeah.
trying to play together. There's no question, they're trying. The problem is, it's my problem. I've had 5 point guards between Pat Kime and Zach and Taj and Kareem and New Williams and TJ Dunnins make that 6. And so therefore, and then Kareem's played 1, but he's also played 2 when we were healthy at point guard when Taj was there. And so Dunnins has played 2, but he's had to play 1 against Coastal and against Middle, and so you got Taj back, but change that. And then it's taken Bryce a while to get into the rotation based on a number of different things, either injuries or early in the season missing the UAB game. But now Bryce has established himself, and he's put himself in a good position where he's earned what he's getting, and he's going to continue to do what he does. Bryce will continue to play well. Bryce can defend, and Bryce is athletic, he's strong, he's physical, and he'll continue to make plays and make a difference for us out there on the floor. There's no question. None of this surprises me. It's just taken him a while to get through the obstacles that were, either in front of our personnel that were in front of him as a freshman. But it's good to have him out there in a really good regular rotation because he's a good player and he's earned it and he deserves it.
Have those injuries made it tougher for you as a coach, though, just because you always want to hear about the guys on the floor, what rotations, what kind of lineups I want to field out there, and because you're constantly just shuffling guys in and out with these.
I think in the long run, it's going to help us.
Yeah.
I do. In the short run, has it been challenging? Yeah, and it shows up in your execution. It shows up in your execution. You've got, when it comes, what we do is about spacing and timing in our offense. And when you've got guys playing at different positions, and they've not gone through some of the stuff that they got to go through with repetition, they're not precise. And if you're not precise, and therefore you're sloppy. And if you're sloppy, you're not going to be able to get the ball where it needs to get, so we can score at angles to score with a higher percentage. So when we get the ball inside, we're trying to get the ball inside advantage, disadvantage. We're not trying to get the ball inside where our guy's going to make really difficult moves. But at the same time, I'm not complaining because we've got Taj back now, and if TJ Lang can't play, I got Bryce, I got Jordan Granger, I got New Williams. Other guys have got to be able to step into the position, and we're deep enough to be able to handle it. The issue becomes one of repetition, one of practice, one of perfecting our roles.
Everybody good? Coach, can you talk about the home crowd, just how it's been so far this non-conference?
The thing